Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here is your latest integral of the day. We have indefinite integral of 1 over the quantity 4 plus x squared dx. This was sent in by a follower on Instagram who obviously watches my YouTube channel too. And I thought it was a good one to just start off the week. It's not too difficult. It's a good review of Trig Sub. So pretty much any Calc 2 student should be able to work through this one once you've mastered your Trig Sub. Okay, let's just jump right into it then. So looking at the denominator, since we have addition between the two terms, I'm going to use the substitution that involves tangent. I'm going to let x equal 2 tan theta, and then differentiate both sides. Dx would be 2 secant squared theta d theta. Beautiful. Now let's rewrite our integral all in terms of theta. So in the numerator, instead of dx, we're going to have 2 secant squared theta d theta. And then in the denominator now, I have 4 plus x squared is going to be 4 tan squared theta, and then all of this is squared. So we have to clean up the denominator carefully. Remember, the whole point of doing Trig Sub is that we can use our Pythagorean identities to replace and clean up the integrand. So if I take this 4 out, then I have 1 plus tan squared theta, and all of this is squared. So in the denominator, really, I have 16, because that exponent, that 2 right here, distributes to the 4. This is secant squared theta, and then it's squared again, so then it's secant to the 4th theta. All right, so let's put that all together. Upstairs, we still have 2 secant squared theta d theta. Downstairs, 16 secant to the 4th theta. Okay, 2 and 16 will reduce to 1/8, which I'm going to take outside the integral. And then this secant squared cancels with secant to the 4th in the denominator, and now I only have 2 left downstairs. So 1 over secant squared theta d theta. And then immediately just replace that with cosine squared theta. So this is 1/8 integral cosine squared theta d theta. And at this point, we're pretty much home free, right? So the minute you have an integral and you see cosine squared all by itself, or you see sine squared all by itself, you bust out your half angle identity. It's different than the half angle identity you used in trig and pre-calc. It got a makeover, it got rearranged so that it can help us integrate. So it's 1/2 times 1 plus cosine 2 theta. I'm going to take the 1/2 outside, and then we just have 1 plus cosine 2 theta d theta. When you get in the habit of taking these constants outside the integral, it will make your math solving technique just so much cleaner and more efficient. You can really focus on the integrand, not have extra fractions muddling and getting in the way, and you won't make so many silly mistakes or get overwhelmed. So this is a good habit to develop. All right, moving on. So now we've got 1/16 outside, and then antiderivative of 1 with respect to theta would just be theta, plus, and then antiderivative of cosine 2 theta would be 1/2, because of the 2, sine 2 theta plus c. Perfect. I'm going to keep the 1/16 out there for a little bit. And then remember, we have to go back to the original variable of the integral, which was x. So how to do that? It's triangle time. Remember, we made the substitution early in the problem. We let x equal 2 tan theta, which means x over 2 is tangent theta. So we're going to draw a triangle in which the ratio of the opposite over adjacent side, tangent of that theta, is x over 2. Then the missing side, the hypotenuse from the Pythagorean theorem, would be square root of 4 plus x squared, which we saw in the integral originally. There was no square root, but we did have 4 plus x squared. Now here's where you have to be just a little careful. This is a theta triangle, and here in my antiderivative at the moment, I've got this sine of 2 theta. So we need to bust out the double angle identity because we don't have a 2 theta triangle. We've just got a theta triangle. And that's fine. That's fine. Plus, so sine 2 theta, we know, is 2 sine theta cosine theta. And then look, this 1/2 and this 2 just cancel like a dream come true. So plus sine theta cosine theta plus c. And then, bada bing, bada boom, let's go back to x's. So what do we do with this plain old theta? You come right here to where you first made the trig sub, okay? And plain old theta by itself is tan inverse of x over 2. Technically, you could use any trig inverse function, but use the one that you made the trig sub with. That's the conventional way of doing it. You could write arctan if that's how you're in the mood, but I'm just gonna write tan inverse x over 2 plus, now we need sine of theta. So sine of theta is gonna be ratio of opposite over hypotenuse. So that's x over square root 4 plus x squared times cosine theta. Cosine theta is ratio of adjacent side over hypotenuse, 2 over square root 4 plus x squared plus, oh, I gotta close this sucker up, plus c. Okay, and then just clean up a wee bit more. So I'll distribute the 1/16 now, tan inverse x over 2 plus, and then when I distribute the 1/16, see how there's a 2 up here? Okay, that's gonna go bye-bye. We'll have an 8 in the denominator, x over 8 times just 4 plus x squared, because the square root will cancel out since we got 2 of them. 8 times 4 plus x squared plus c. You can leave it like this. I think that's a-okay. If you're so inclined and you want to distribute and make that 32 plus 8x squared in the bottom, go for it. I don't think it's necessary. I would give full credit with a big smile if someone stopped here. That's lovely. So don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments down below how you solved it. I always have this excellent crew of people who like doing integral of the day, and they are anti-trig sub, or they're trying to avoid using trig sub, and they come up with other clever ways, and I love reading all your comments and seeing different approaches to these integrals. That's why math is so beautiful, right? And stay tuned. I got lots more new content coming your way. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Math with Professor V. I'll be back sooner than later. I love you guys so much. Bye.